This is episode 2 of the J Mua podcast. This is Jesse Mua, and I'm just gonna talk about random topics that are pretty interesting. So, Hmong marriage. What makes a good marriage? I don't know. What makes a bad marriage? I do know. And if you rush into marriage, like the first boyfriend or the first girlfriend you meet, and you feel like you want to marry this person, that could be a good thing and bad thing. Because I've seen a lot where it works out, and I've seen a lot where it goes back and forth, up and down. But that's every relationship. You just have to cope with it, and there's that notion where you have to be married by a certain age, but it doesn't matter what age you are. You could get married at 14 or 40. It's as long as you're happy and you make it work, should be good. And sometimes you don't need to be married to have a happy life. You could just have, I guess, a boyfriend and girlfriend for your whole life, and then you don't need that connection because you already have it. And then you don't wanna certify anything that might change what you have going on, you know? And like having kids is a big responsibility, because some people just have kids just to carry the name. That's true too, just to carry the name, but it is a big responsibility that you have to prepare yourself for. I don't have kids, but I have nephews and nieces, and they are a handful. Yeah. And then what about gay marriages in the Hmong community? Like, if a guy marries a guy, who pays for who? That's one of my jokes too when I do stand up. But yeah, I guess it offsets, right? But it might be free. But if a girl marries a girl, the parents would want their $5,000. Each parent does, depending on who they are. But yeah, how does that work? I mean, they don't have to pay a dowry, but I guess traditional Hmong people, which is, I guess, maybe greedy Hmong people, would want their dowry paid no matter who they're marrying. First, they gotta accept that their kids are gay, if they are. And then, yeah, if they want to get married, get married. If they don't want to get married, that's fine too. But just accept your kids for who they are, unless they're lying to you. But yeah, the Hmong language is dying out a little bit. Like, yeah. Then even I don't speak it that much, but around my little nephews and nieces, I try to speak as much Hmong so that they could learn it. I don't want them growing up to not know anything about their culture. But yeah, I feel like it is dying out, because I've met some girls that go hello Hmong te boch bao go hala chia. Yeah, it's like, what? Are you Hmong? Yeah, I'm Hmong. Is that okay? But just learn at least a little bit. Take a class. Class is good. A class is always good. They don't teach you everything, but they'll teach you enough to communicate. Like I took a Spanish class and I got B pluses, but I know a little bit, poquito. But then, but then I don't know too much because I don't speak it that often. But it taught me a little bit, and it's good too, just to take a class. And the fights at the New Year's, yeah. I don't know why people fight the New Year's. You guys should just plan it. They should just collab with the New Year's people, and then just plan the fights. So you guys will make money off the fights, man. People watch that shit too. Like I don't know if you've seen the videos, but everywhere, everybody just takes out their phone and starts filming, and then even the barbecue people, they stop barbecuing. They're like, okay, left, right, yeah. Even the police, they're staring for like 2 seconds, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm a police, I have to go. But yeah, it's hilarious. You guys should just plan the fights and then make money off the fights, man. Don't fight people for no reason, and don't hurt each other too much. Just enough. Just hurt them enough, not too much. And Yasmi is like the Beyonce of the Hmong people. She's like a goddess amongst the Hmong community, and she knows that. She knows she's a goddess, and then whatever she does, people just eat up. Like anything she does. She's a walking Hmong meme too, which happens if you're famous. And the thing about Hmong people, they love comedy so much, but when it gets to them, they don't laugh too much. Like for me, I don't care. I'll laugh about myself too, but when it gets to them, they get so offended. But when it's other people, it's like they don't give a shit. Hmong people don't give a shit. They're like, oh, like I understand you support and protest sometimes, but sometimes those don't even make sense. I don't like, who has time to protest? I don't have time to protest. I barely have time to eat and do stuff. And you guys could protest peacefully, where you don't take up too much of people's time, but you'll get your message across for sure. And Hmong movies, Hmong people do not know how to act at all. They know how to cry on cue, but acting, nah. Look at Gran Torino. It was a box office hit, but it was a decent movie, but it was not a great movie. It's just the only actor was Clint Eastwood. And then Hmong people will eat up anything too. So, Hmong people, okay, let's go watch it. I did watch it too, but I waited for it to come out for free so I could watch it. But yeah, they made a part 2 with better actors. I may have watched it, but it was only a decent movie. I mean, I don't know why it hit box office number 1. It's just, I don't know. It's like it's like the Wakanda, the Black Panther of Hmong movies. But because Black Panther, I haven't seen it. I heard it was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was a good movie. And and for sure it's sold out because it because of the times. It was timing perfect because of the black stuff that was happening against the police and all the other stuff, which will happen every year. It doesn't even matter, but it's just, I guess, very empowering for the ethnicity. So yeah, and then shaman people are becoming church people, and I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like for me, my family shaman, I participate. I don't know too much, but I just participate. Whatever they say, I do. And then I'm not gonna say I believe in God, but I respect it, and I do participate that too. Cause like shaman, to be honest, I don't believe in everything fully, but it's just like they say it's positive thinking, right? And then church is cool too. I have a lot of cousins that go to church. I respect that. And then I would attend sometimes too, and then listen to their sermons and stuff. But yeah, I don't know why. I've seen a video back then about a shaman family burning all of their shaman stuff. I mean, I guess it's just a ritual or religious, but I mean that's a little too extreme. That's like burning LeBron James' jersey when he switched teams. It's like you could just give it away to somebody, or throw it away. Just don't burn it, because that's, I don't know, that's just a bad vibe if you burn stuff that meant that you worshipped with, and then you burn it just because you don't feel that way no more. That's like burning your ex's stuff when you break up with them. But that's too extreme, man. Just throw it away. Nobody's gonna touch it. Just throw it away in the trash. Who cares? And especially, you don't have to film it too. You don't have, like, if you never filmed it, nobody know you did it. Who cares, dude? It'll just be a myth. If people ask, just say, "Oh, I just threw it away." "I heard you burn it." "No, I just threw it away." Yeah, if you film it, it's gonna have a lot of controversy. But what doesn't have controversy, And oh yeah, that Salad Ving guy that I see with his videos, I understand his power that he thinks he have, but I mean that's a little too much. I mean, I understand faith and hope, but to cure people in an instant like that, there's a science behind everything in the whole world. There's a science behind everything, but I don't know. It's a little over the top, if you should say. But it's good if they feel like they're healed, which I'm pretty sure they're actors, but it's cool. Just do you, Sally. But just don't. You're like the LeVar Ball of church people. You're like, "Oh, I could beat Michael Jordan." But yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I respect what they do. It's good. And forced marriages in Asia, or even here, I think happens here sometimes, but mostly it's the parents forcing the guy and the girl because they slept over for the night, so they force marriage. Say, "Oh, you slept with my daughter." And I get that, but you don't want to force a marriage where if one of them is unhappy, if even if one person's happy, the other person has to be happy as well. Because if one's happy with the other, but the other's not happy getting married to that person, then it's not gonna work out. It's like rowing a boat, and only one person paddling on one side, so you just continue to go in a circle and not go anywhere. And then you guys struggle and don't collab. It's just not gonna work. It takes two people to row a boat, one on each side. But yeah, and then I've seen videos of, I don't know if it's Thailand, Laos, or China. I'm pretty sure it's China too. But people like kidnapping their future wife, and then I don't know what happens after that, but I think it's not illegal in those countries. But it's like the guy's gonna try to make her happy, but the thing is, she has to be organically choosing you so that she will be happy. If you just force someone to love you, it's all bad. Yeah, she's gonna end up like stabbing you at night or something. But yeah, it's crazy out here. And Hmong people, I understand supporting Hmong businesses, but the Hmong business has to do at least the same service and same prices, or even better, and then than the competition out here. Because I've seen, well, from my experience, a few years back, my sister recommended this Hmong tow truck because my car died, and then I told them where it was at, and then okay, yeah, $60, and then I went with him. Then we agreed already on $60, whatever. And then when he dropped it off to a house, my uncle's house, then he said, it's $80 now. I was like, what the fuck? We just agreed on 60. Okay, whatever. Here's 80. It's like it's inconsistent. It's like they always want more when something's already agreed on, you know. And they're decent at their service, but I understand supporting, but you have to do a good service, like equally, like study that shit, you know. Like fixing cars, you gotta know your stuff, and then you can't half-ass it. Like I could go to another business and pay less than that, and they do it twice as better job, you know. And they like to, I'm not saying all Hmong businesses, but they like to make stuff up, like they know what they're talking about, but they don't. And then they like to say, "Oh, I'm the best," or whatever. For me, if I had a business, I wouldn't say I'm the best. I'd say, "Oh, this is what I can do. This is my price range." And if you want better, like if you want a better, like way better service, but then they probably charge you more, you could go here, because I've been there before, and then they're pretty. Just be honest, you know. It's like you go somewhere. They have a shop, right? You're selling a car part for like $200, and then you know the shop across town sells it for $150, and then they would raise the price to like $250, and then the Hmong people won't even know that. Just drive across the town, it'll cost $150 only. and your original price was 200, but you see the opportunity to sell it for $50 more than what you usually sell it, just because you can. It's crazy like that, man. Yeah. And then these Hmong men out here cheating too. I don't know why. I understand temptation and everything, but if you're married and have kids, well, even then, you gotta know your line, man. It's just even getting a girl's phone number with, it's the intention. The intention is everything. I mean, girls won't see that. You just have to ignore everything else, I guess. Besides, you're a woman. But don't become ignorant. Like if a girl asks for directions and then you say, "Oh, I have a wife," it's like, dude, they're just asking for directions. Just tell them directions and then just leave. That's it. You know. But yeah, Hmong men are crazy. It's one of my jokes too, but Hmong men are like crazy jealous. Like they'll get jealous over the smallest thing. Like if a guy has a better truck, or if a guy caught a bigger fish than him in the same lake or river or whatever, he'll get crazy jealous. You know, it's like they rather get jealous off that than their girl cheating. You know, oh, this guy's doing better than me. Oh, I don't give a shit if my wife's cheating. I'm gonna do better than this guy. I don't know. It's kind of weird like that. It's just pride and stuff. Hmong people have a lot of pride. They buy the biggest trucks, and they're the smallest person ever. Yeah, and they wear. It's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, if it's your dream truck, yeah. But if you're just getting a truck just to beat somebody else, then yeah, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And the diet. Hmong people gotta diet correctly. I don't think there's too much vegans out there. There are a few, I think. I know one of my cousins are vegan. But yeah, it's hard to be a vegan. It's just a choice. I understand that, but I experimented becoming a vegan. It was so hard because I'm carnivore, and yeah, it's just for better health and reset your system, I guess. But yeah, once in a while you just become a vegan for a week, and then I think it's good for your system. But it is hard to stay away from meats and unhealthy stuff. I get it. But if you don't buy it, or if you don't surround yourself with unhealthy stuff, then you should be fine. I'd say once or twice a week you could eat unhealthy. But most of the time try to eat a little bit healthier, so you won't suffer when you're older or something. And drinking is a huge problem for most people, but especially in the Hmong community, it's like they have to drink. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. When I was little, probably like 12, 13, I started drinking already, just to look cool, because I liked it. I mean, even cigarettes. If I liked it, I would still be doing it, but I never liked it. It's just the sanitary side of me that I hate smelling like shit, you know? But drinking, you just drink it, your breath will smell, that's it. And then everything's out of your system by the next day anyways. But it is poisoning your body. And people just love poisoning their body, right? Feeling buzzed or drunk. And yeah, never ever drink and drive. This is no fucking joke. Yeah, because it's somebody's life out there. And yeah, if you drink and drive, you're a douchebag. And who cares about your life? But care about other people's life, okay? But yeah, started drinking when I was young, just to look cool, you know. I mean, I liked it too, but I've heard and know people that had liver problems in high school. I was like, and then, I mean, that opened my eyes a little bit more too. I still drink, but that opened my eyes a little bit more not to go that extreme. Because you would have to become a full-on alcoholic or don't give a shit about your body if you had something wrong with your liver because of drinking, or if you had your stomach pump before. You shouldn't be drinking at all after that. And then I do kind of hate people that say that never ever drinks. They never ever drinks. Not even open to the fact. Like they compare it to like smoking weed or doing cocaine. It's like, what the? It's just a beer. I mean, if it's a whole case of beer, yeah, I understand. But if you look at drinking like doing, it's like doing cocaine. Nah, you're too negative. You know. It's like they're the type of people that will look 5-6 times before they cross the street. Dude, just look like once and twice. If there's no cars, you're good. Yeah. But yeah, just be open to stuff, you know. I think if you just try it once, and if you don't like it, just don't do it. If other people do it, don't worry about them. That's their life. That's what they do, you know. But you can't count it out unless you tried it. And exercising is good too. Just be a little active, you know. It's like clean your house a little bit or exercise a little bit. And then it's good, you know. It's good for your health. You have more energy in the bedroom afterwards, or whatever you do, fishing, hunting, or hiking, if you like hiking. But yeah, exercise at least once a week or twice a week, you're good. The role of the son in the family versus the role of the daughter. Right now, everything's changing. Like the daughters making more, the daughters are making more than the sons, and then it's new for them, you know. It's like, oh, I got the pants now. I know what to do, which most of the time they do, but sometimes just give a job to the guy, you know, not a hard job, but have them contribute a little bit. If they can't financially, just have them contribute work-wise, you know. But don't tell them to do everything. Like, if you just tell them to take care of one thing only, and then they should be able to do that. I know some people that are not trustworthy too, but yeah, just tell them. You just tell them, I'm taking care of these 5 things. You just need to take care of this one or 2 things, and then they should be able to do it if they're trustworthy enough. But you can't just tell somebody to take care of 10 things and then you just sit back and do nothing, even if you got all the money. Just like people, I understand people like to have fun too, but you gotta put in the work before you actually have fun. I tell everybody that, even my siblings, to my family. You can always have fun. For sure, you can always have fun, but Fun does not come out of nowhere. You need funds to fund your fun. You know, funds. There's fun in funds. But yeah, if you put in the work, and then you can have fun. You can do whatever you want. Just don't do anything illegal. And West Coast versus Midwest. I don't know why I wrote this down, but I think it's hilarious because I'm not comparing West Coast to Midwest as much, but whenever I'm from California, so whenever I go to Minnesota, I meet random people. I mean, they're a little bit more ghetto than usual. No offense. But they always say, "Oh yeah, Midwest is better than West Coast." And it's like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go over here. But yeah, it's there's always that competition where it's always like West Coast versus Midwest, and I mean, Hmong community-wise, you guys are doing much more over there in the Midwest. But opportunity-wise, in the West Coast, there's much more things to do, and lots of opportunities out here as well. But yeah, I don't know if there's more Hmong people there or over here, but I think there's more Hmong people over here. It's just we don't collab as much. People are very isolated in collabing with people, you know? It's kind of weird like that. I mean, only if you click and you're cool with each other, they'll collab, but they're kind of not open to the fact of inviting a third party to collab with you as much. Yeah, it's weird like that. But I think Midwest, they collab with almost anybody. That's what is cool about the Midwest. But I heard somebody say, man, Minnesota is much more fun than California. I was like, okay. I mean, we have Disneyland. But yeah, you don't have to have a Disneyland to have fun. But I look at it like this. In Minnesota, there's probably only 2 or 3 big cities. In California, there's probably a dozen big cities, and then another dozen medium-sized cities, and then another dozen St. Paul cities, you know? Like, Minnesota people will come to California for vacation, and California people will stay in California for vacation. I don't know. It's kind of weird like that. California is for sure pretty expensive, but I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty expensive to live here. But it's expensive anywhere now. Just 'cause, you know. And we'll cover some more stuff on the 3rd episode.